Hello, this is AI News GH. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The Ghana Armed Forces GAF School of Ordnance has established affiliation with Accra Technical University ATU to train and award certificates at various levels to GAF personnel who complete their courses in accordance with requirements of the university. The maiden matriculation ceremony was held at the Academy Hall of the Ghana Military Academy (GMA) on Thursday, 29th August 2019 for 97 GAF personnel, which included 6 Army, 5 Naval, 3 Air Force officers, the rest being other ranks, ratings, airmen, and civilian employees, with all to complete the study within 2 years. The guest of honor for the occasion, Rear Admiral Moses Begbafor, in his remarks, intimated that GAF attaches a lot of importance to education and seeks to improve officers, men, and civilian employees in areas relating to their heads of operation. Rear Admiral Begbafor stated that, in line with the vision of the Military High Command to develop a highly professional armed forces made up of well-trained and motivated personnel who perform their functions using universally accepted best practices, all GAF training establishments are encouraged to explore opportunities that would add value to their various GAF courses.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me also remind the matriculates that their career progression in the Ghana Armed Forces is tied to their performance on the various courses. If for some reason, and we don't expect that, any of you is withdrawn from that, you know the consequences in the armed forces. It means the end of your career as well. For the sake of emphasis, permit me to remind us all that discipline and punctuality have deep roots in our noble profession. I therefore entreat you to be disciplined and shun any negative vices that will get you into trouble and bring the name of the armed forces into disrepute. And I dare say the name of the university as well into disrepute.
Rear Admiral Begbafor opined that the collaboration between GAF and the university would mutually benefit both institutions, with GAF achieving synergies that will enhance the professional competences and competitiveness of personnel during and after the service, while ATU would have the wealth of field or industrial experiences that GAF personnel will bring on board. The Vice Chancellor of ATU, Professor Samoni Odai, who will assume leadership in July this year, and thus the ceremony being his first matriculation, committed to continuing to work with the High Command of GAF and the leadership of the School of Ordnance to continue to increase enrollment into the university's program.
This morning, officers from the military, professors and administrators, also from ATU, are here and present to support and witness as you take the matriculation oath. And let me assure you that, God willing, few years from now, the same professors and commanders will proudly present you to be graduated at a graduation ceremony. At Accra Technical University, we apply 2 historic Latin phrases to emphasize your new standing in society, that is with respect to Accra Technical University, namely, in statu populari, meaning of junior status at a university or under guardianship. But as I look at your faces, I was wondering whether I can also say under guardianship, because our students are usually around 18 years. So that one we know they are transferred from parents directly to us. So under guardianship. So in your case, we'll take of junior status at a university. And the second one is more serious, in loco parentis. That is in place or on behalf of parents. Again, I will end here. This is my first matriculation ceremony since assuming office as Vice Chancellor of the Accra Technical University in July this year. You are the blessed ones. Make me proud. The university is made up of 5 distinct faculties, each headed by a dean, and they have just been introduced. Every student admitted to the university will belong to a faculty, then a department. The 5 faculties are Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Applied Sciences, Faculty of Applied Arts, Faculty of Built Environment, and Faculty of Business.
In his welcome address to the gathering, the Commandant of the Military Academy Training Schools, MATS, Major General William Omani Ajekum, urged there are other schools under MATS who offer technical, vocational, and skills training. It is her request that this collaboration be extended to them in due course.
Where we train our cadets to be officers, the engineer training school, the signal training school, the electrical, mechanical, technical training school, school of music, clerks training school, school of education, physical training school, mechanical transport school, armed forces fire service training school, the catering school, and the school of ordnance. The school of ordnance is the reason why we are here today. It was established in 1955 to train the logistic personnel of the colonial forces, Students who graduate from the school are given military certificates. Although the standard of training is very high and conformed to civilian best practices, these certificates they are only recognized in the military. Outside the military, nobody knows about A1, B1, C1, and so forth. So then, when the soldiers exit from this job, they can't use these certificates, even though they have the expertise. To help our people obtain competitive certificates, the commanding officer of the school, Lieutenant Colonel Mwako, and his staff began a series of engagements with the Accra Technical University. It's a long way they traveled, and if we want to talk about it, we will not live here. But in the long run, this bore fruit, and subsequently, the school has established an affiliation with Accra Technical University to train and award certificates at various levels to students who complete their courses at the school.
The partnership between the two educational institutions was concretized through the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding on August 9, 2018, after the commanding officer of the military school, Lieutenant Colonel Amwako, and his staff began a series of engagements with the university. 2 faculties admitting the students are the Faculty of Business, made up of 4 departments: Accounting and Finance, Management and Public Administration, Marketing, Procurement and Supply Chain Management, and the Faculty of Applied Arts, made up of 3 departments: Hotel, Catering and Institutional Management, Fashion Design and Textile Technology, and Liberal Studies and Communications Technology. The students shall be awarded such certificates at the end of their respective programs: Bachelor of Technology in Procurement and Supply Chain Management for students of Young Officers Ordnance course, Advanced Diploma in Procurement and Supply Chain Management for students of the Regimental Quartermaster RQMS course, Diploma in Tailoring and students of Tailoring Advanced, and Diploma in Leather Crafting for students pursuing Advanced Leather Works. As part of the requirement for the award of certificates, students would undertake various industrial attachments in September, while arrangements have been made for tailoring students to be attached to Dignity DTRT, a garment factory in Accra, whilst the leather work students take their practical attachment with the Kumasi Shoe Factory, Kumasi. For students pursuing the Bachelor of Technology program, it is mandatory that they undertake 6 months industrial attachment after the course, part of which should be done in any organization outside the GAF, and thereafter submit their project work and defense same before they graduate. The School of Ordnance was established in 1955 to train the logistics personnel of the colonial forces students who graduated from the school and were awarded military certificates. However, although the standard of training is very high and conforms to civilian best practices, the military certificates are not relevant in civil life and cannot be used after a soldier exits the armed forces. GMA, which trains cadets to be military officers. Engineer Training School (ETS), Signal Training School (STS), Electrical, Mechanical Engineering Technical Training School (EMITS), School of Music, Clerks Training School, School of Education, Physical Training School, Mechanical Transport School, Armed Forces, Fire Service Training Schools, Catering School, and School of Ordnance are all under the aegis of MATS. Hannah Alagbe, AI News GH.